Happy Valentine's Day, legal pros. Today we're falling head over heels for something that's truly essential, compliant billing for law firms. In this Valentine's Day edition, which is inspired by Fall in Love with Your Compliant Books, which is a post that we have also available that you can read, we'll explore some efficient billing and retainer rules for legal bookkeepers. So whether you're a firm owner and you've landed on this page, or you are a dedicated bookkeeper or accounting professional, mastering compliant billing isn't just about the rules. It's about building lasting trust. It's just like a great relationship, right? We're going to give you some really great tips and some legal bookkeeping best practices, and we'll talk a little bit about software tools. So let's dive in. First off, what makes compliant billing for law firms so special? Unlike your regular business billing with other generic clients, it's a meticulous process and it's governed by some rules and regulations and a lot of ethics. It's the backbone of trust between you and your clients. Compliant billing involves precise timekeeping, recording every hour on a case if you're doing hourly billing, and really invoicing with clear justifications. So you're going to track your expenses like your court fees, your travel costs, and it will ensure transparency and it will reflect on the true value of your services to your clients or to the law firm's clients that you're working with. But it's not static. Legal billing involves new laws and tech, and the tech is really fluid and in flux. And I can tell you that it's something you need to follow as you're doing this work with all the different technologies that are coming up. As a legal bookkeeper, staying updated on these changes is really key to providing your client with a good ethical practice. So you want to search terms like compliant billing for law firms, and this will show you how vital this is. It will help you avoid discrepancies that could really break a client relationship. Most attorneys you work with, if you ask them, how do you get your clients? They're going to say, I'm referral based, and they're quite proud of it. They've worked hard to build a practice where they're really working with people who refer them. So being referral based is very important. And it's important to them to have good client relationships. So why not fall in love with compliance for legal bookkeeping? For starters, it protects the firm from any nasty surprises like any fines or bar sanctions. Just like bar infractions, examples of attorneys who have ignored the rules, you can go on any website, any bar association's website. You can just Google your general area and you will see that there's names of people who have not followed the rules, and it's right out there in black and white, right on the internet. You don't want anybody that you work with or any of your clients to have to face that. Those attorneys ignored the rules. You don't want that to be you. Second, it's important to follow the rules because it will help you form an unbreakable trust with your clients. In their toughest moments is when they hire you or when they're looking for a lawyer. And clients crave honesty. They crave detailed, accurate bills that show integrity. And this all leads to repeat business. It leads to glowing referrals. That's what attorneys want. And so finally, compliance streamlines your operations. Efficient legal billing means easier revenue tracking, fewer errors, and smoother audits. There's lots of pluses there. It's like organizing your heart's desires. Everything is in perfect order for your long-term success in the legal bookkeeping best practices. So let's talk about some common billing practices for law firms that are tailored to fit your cases like the perfect match. Hourly billing is a classic. It's the one we see the most of, and a lot of firms take on a hybrid method where they may have some hourly, they may have some evergreen, they may have some subscription. It runs the gambit, but some firms are strictly hourly billing. And when you see this, it has to be where they're charging for the exact time spent with detailed breakdowns for transparency. And a lot of the software products will allow you to really pick the right verbiage and keep consistency in the firm. So it's ideal for complex cases. Those are the ones that, and I see this a lot with family law, and they rank high in searches when you have efficient billing for the law firm. So you'll see that these firms that are adopting these practices are really shining when it comes to that because they're very clear and transparent in their words. And there's also flat fee billing, which in that case is very helpful to the client because they know exactly what it's going to cost. There's a lot of unknowns with hourly billing, and a fixed price really for routine tasks. We see this a lot with real estate deals. Clients love the predictability. There's no surprises. And then, of course, there's contingency fees. So it's more common in a personal injury firm where you only get paid if you win. Most of them win every case. They make a deal with the insurance company, but it aligns with the interest, but there's clear agreement. So every one of these needs to have a clear agreement with their client. They want to be able to master these facts on being clear and transparent with their client to keep that compliant billing. And those are the kinds of law firms that stay truly fair and client focused. So compliant billing doesn't happen in a vacuum. It's guided by legal billing regulations. The American Bar Association model rules demand reasonable fees and clear communication. Every single one of them, if you pull up any state or any jurisdiction, they all say the same thing when it comes to this. Each state can have their little twists and maybe some little intricacies that are different than each other. And they may vary by the location, but the jurisdiction rules need to be known in your mind as the bookkeeper or as the attorney inside and out. You want to understand them. You want to ask your client, if you're working with a client, ask them to see their fee agreement. You might even pick up something that's missing that should be added to the fee agreement. And it's different for global firms or International Bar Association will really set the worldwide standard for ethical billing regulations. But regardless, wherever they're located, it's always about fairness, transparency, avoiding disputes, which is essential for any legal bookkeeper. And it's really navigating a complex web. You really have to know it. You need to read it. You need to memorize it, learn it, stay on top of any changes in any of the jurisdictions where your clients work. That's why it makes us more necessary working with a client when we specialize in legal bookkeeping, because this is one of those things that puts us above all the other regular generic bookkeepers that do work for all different types of clients. So technology, in my opinion, is Cupid's arrow for efficient legal billing software. We always recommend Clio as a top practice management tool. It's really a game changer for compliance. You can keep your client records secure, so the law firm's clients' records are secure, and it's great for time tracking. Lien Law is another software that we recommended. It integrates seamlessly with your accounting software, and it captures every billable minute accurately. Invoicing software automates reminders and payments. It slashes errors and it saves time. I know a lot of times attorneys will look at the dollar that it costs and how you have to pay for every user, and wow, that costs a lot of money. And I want to add the AI, but that costs extra money. But these tools save you time and money. So remember that these are not just about being efficient. They keep your legal bookkeeping compliant and hassle-free. So to keep that love alive in compliant billing, follow the legal bookkeeping best practices. Start with clear policies and outline methods, time recording. Work with your client deeply in this particular workflow. Invoicing steps require consistency. Invest in regular training in the latest regulations. Knowledge is always power. Conduct audits to catch issues early. So you could do mini audits and just audit your own records. Keep on top of that three-way bank reconciliation, and make sure that the firm is communicating openly with their clients. Send detailed statements. And sometimes you're required, even if you didn't work on a file, to send a statement anyway so that the client knows that money's still sitting there. And I think sometimes that gets lost in the minutia of billing and all that happens on a day-to-day basis. So even the best relationships, disputes happen, and handling billing disputes in the legal niche really starts with listening, understanding the client's perspective, and de-escalate. Then review the records thoroughly, check the time entries and the expenses, and if there is an error, fix it fast. Communicate transparently. Admit that there was a mistake and you've made the correction. If there's no error and you're at a standstill, offer to turn to mediation or arbitration. Try to avoid court at all costs. Check with your bar association for time limits on these resolutions. Some of the bar associations have a short window when a client is disputing any of their bills. So you will be appreciated by your clients if you handle these disputes gracefully. So a shout out to the stars of the show, the legal bookkeepers. You're the gatekeepers of the financial integrity, recording the transaction with precision, ensuring compliant billing for law firms. So big heart there. And it's more than what we do. The feeling of being compliant is so important, and it lets our clients, the lawyers, sleep at night. So stay updated on your regulations, keep on top of your ongoing education, learn the software. I can't stress that enough. You are the bridge between law and finance. You're the bridge working with attorneys to help them invoice accurately. Your detail-oriented role upholds ethics and reputation for the law firm, for your client. So it's truly at the heart of compliant operations. If you're a bookkeeper, embrace this pivotal spot in legal bookkeeping best practices. So looking ahead, there's future trends in legal billing, and it's exciting. There's AI and machine learning that will automate time tracking and invoicing, spot patterns, and help with optimization. It's really what it's doing is like it's heading out there and it's finding things for you. It's locating things. It's automating so many processes that in the past we had to spend a lot of time looking for things. But look into alternating fee arrangements and discuss that with your client. Maybe the client would do best to start implementing some fixed fee billing. Have that conversation. And data security, this is why these software are so important. Data security is huge, especially as the AI starts to take foothold. We want to stay ahead and really look at future trends in legal bookkeeping, but we want to make sure our firms are compliant and our client data is protected. So in wrapping up this Valentine edition, I want you to embrace compliant billing for law firms. It's more than just the rules. It's about trust, it's about efficiency, and it's really will lead you to success with your client. So from regulations to software like Clio and handling disputes with care, it's all a strong foundation to build stronger client bonds. And that's the name of the game if you're looking at referrals. Legal bookkeepers are the superheroes behind the scenes, helping a law firm grow and prosper. So if you love this particular video and love the data and the content that I'm sharing, I would love it if you like or subscribe to our channel. And maybe comment below on your top billing tip that you have that you found to really be successful working with your client. And until next time, we'll see you all next week. Bye now.